tinggalin daun, bibili mo kata hindi ka so ganito ka to.
I'm Jason Brown with Laughing Parrot Productions and Sierra Wave Media. Welcome to Skippable News. I have the new President, CEO of the Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce, Brianna Goyko.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank
this
you.
is it. It's official.
Yes, it is.
So as your official duties, I'm sure you have one major hot topic to talk about for June.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
Fill us in.
Yes.
What's happening on this day?
Yes, our June focus is the 4th of July Parade.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce has overseen the 4th of July Parade for several years now. And yeah, really exciting community event. 15,000 attendees lining the streets. So yeah, it's going to be happening on the 4th of July, which is Thursday, July 4th this year.
Yeah.
Our parade starts at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And we basically start at the corner of Old Mammoth and Chateau by Salsas and the Stove. And we run down Old Mammoth and then head up Main and end at Main and Manzanita over by A-Frame. Liquor and Spirits.
Yeah, well, that way they can all get hydrated.
There you go. Absolutely.
For the 4th of July.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it. Wink, wink.
Yes. Anyway, so we usually have about 40, 45, hopefully 50 this year floats in the parade. So it runs about 11 to 12, 12:30. It should run 11 to 12:30. We ran a little fast last year.
All right.
We're going to slow it down because we had some exhausted dancing children that
those poor
keep up.
kids. Yes.
So we will definitely slow it down this year.
Okay.
We got that feedback. But anyway, our theme this year is movies in the mountains.
Ooh.
Yes. So we are encouraging all of our floats to kind of choose a film that either resonates with their business or organization or just a film that they like.
Yeah.
Some maybe doesn't fit. I've talked to some business that are like, we're in the chainsaw business. You think about a chainsaw film. What film do you think of?
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Not exactly family friendly. So we'll see. Hopefully,
I don't think I've ever watched it, but it is the first one that came to mind.
Same, exactly. I hate scary movies. I've never seen it, but that's the first thing everyone thinks of.
No kidding.
Maybe not.
Well, how can it not? They got a lumberjack. Come on, there got to be some movie out there.
Something. So anyway, we're working on it with some of our businesses, but
that's funny.
Anyway. So that's our theme.
Not kid friendly at all.
No, not at all. So whatever film resonates with
kid friendly.
With the business or something, just a movie people like.
Yeah.
That's fine too, but we're just encouraging our floats to build it around a movie. And to go with that theme, we actually have Mammoth Film Festival as our title sponsor this year. So thank you to the team there. They supported our parade a lot and the chamber over the years, and just really great to have them back and just kind of share the Mammoth Film Festival experience with our community. It usually happens in the winter. It's more like in February, March, but great for them to
which almost got snowed out, but luckily it didn't happen.
Those poor guys. Every single year, it's just like when the film festival happens, like Mammoth Film Festival.
But it didn't hit like it was predicted. So
I know. Yes. Yeah. So
wonderful.
So anyway, we're excited to have them as our title sponsor.
Wonderful.
Our supporting sponsors include Saracoso Community College.
Oh, good.
Mammoth Hospital, Advanced Airlines, and Mammoth Holistics is sponsoring our float competition.
Okay.
So really excited we will have a $500 cash prize for the winning float. So exciting to have that this year. And then as we've had the last few years, we're going to be having a VIP party over at Outbound Mammoth, right by Bar Sierra there.
Okay.
So anyone that, maybe doesn't want to get out and post up their chair early in the morning or the night before can buy tickets to our VIP party. It includes a shaded viewing area of the parade, which is nice when it's, that Eastern Sierra sun. It gets
especially in the altitude, yes.
Absolutely. And there's a 4th of July style lunch there, beer, soft drinks. So nice little place to hang out for those just, looking for something a little special for that day.
Yeah.
And just, a really great fun.
It's a party.
It is a party. It is a party, whole street, and then everybody heads out to Crowley for
The
for
fireworks in
fireworks
the
that
evening.
night. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never gone to the fireworks at Crowley because we've had our own thing down in Bishop. Do they do them over the water? So do you get the fireworks in the reflection of the lake?
You can. I've only done it a few times
Okay, I was just
myself.
curious.
That traffic coming back is just a little daunting for me. And after overseeing the parade,
Yeah.
I need a rest.
Do you get a lot of visitor traffic up here for the 4th of July?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I'm surprised
gets
at how
bombarded?
many people, well, town in general, yes.
Yeah.
But we actually do get quite a few people reaching out to us, just confirming that the parade's still happening and when it's happening. So
you have not only just locals, you have people coming from outside of the area to this event.
Absolutely.
I can see why the traffic would definitely be daunting coming back from Crowley.
It is, yeah, for somebody who lives in Mammoth. Maybe not if you're from LA or Orange County.
Yeah, they turn around and
Probably
go the
not a
other
big
way.
deal. They're fine
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, yeah.
But for us locals who aren't used
Yeah,
to
well,
it,
I complain about going down Main Street sometimes in Bishop because I have to hit
5 minutes to turn
all
left.
3 signals for crying out loud.
Exactly. So yeah, luckily our visitors don't usually have that same same experience. So anyway, but yeah, we're really
Awesome.
excited. So all of the information can be found on mammothlakeschamber.org, our social media, Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce, and as always, we're looking for volunteers. So if anybody has a passion for the community and parade production, we could use you. So, always looking for volunteers. Floats, we do have a few businesses down in Bishop that come up and participate. So, lots in Mammoth. So, yeah, just open to anyone that wants to get involved.
How much does it cost for a business to enter the parade for a float?
Yes,
let's tell them.
For our members, for Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce members, it's $40. For our any other businesses, $55, and then we do have a special rate for nonprofits.
Okay.
So yeah, really, really great way to just this is like the best
advertising.
Advertising, marketing. It's the best. It's just finding the time to put the float together, get the people. Kids love being in the parade though. So much fun. So mammothlakeschamber.org.
Yeah, well, you've heard it here. I'm Jason Brown, and I am with the new president, CEO, Brianna Goico of the Mammoth Lakes Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Why choose us? Because our success is determined by your success. Our job is to promote you. With our combined success, we foster an after-school programs teaching, broadcasting, writing, TV, and film. We help each other and teach future generations. Call us at 760-914-9883, extension 2.
Hello, this is Barry Simpson, Inyo County Superintendent of Schools, here with Inyo, Eye on Inyo Education. Happy to be here with you today. Exciting time, obviously. We're wrapping up another wonderful school year. Graduation ceremonies are taking place across the county. In fact, we started last week and they'll be continuing this week. And on behalf of the Inyo County Office of Education and the Inyo County Board of Trustees, we would like to give a hearty congratulations to all our graduating seniors this year. We know that you're going to go off and do wonderful things, and so we're so happy for you. I also want to mention that it's another reason to be excited is all the scholarship nights that are taking place at our high schools across the county. In fact, tonight Bishop Union High School will be holding their scholarship night, and this community gives out well over $300,000 to graduating seniors, and it's just a true testament to what a great community that we live in, and that's even beyond the great work that the Eastern Sierra Foundation does. It provides free community college education to any Inyo County student at Saracoso, as well as the opportunity to earn a transfer scholarship to a 4-year university. So I would just like to encourage students to take advantage of that opportunity, because those college costs are just continue to skyrocket, and so all the help we can give our students is so important. This morning, I would really love to talk to you about a great event that happened in our county on Saturday, June 1st, this past week, and it was the anniversary and a celebration of the Alice Piper versus the Big Pine Unified School District decision that took place in 1923 and 24. If you don't know what the Alice Piper decision is, this was a period of time where Alice Piper and some of her classmates decided to sue the newly built Big Pine Unified School for the right to attend school there. It was fighting against the separate but equal laws that were on the books at this time. This decision went all the way to the state Supreme Court. In fact, I believe it went straight to the California Supreme Court. And Alice Piper and her classmates won the right to attend Big Pine schools at the time, effectively ending the separate but equal things statute that was happening at the time. Now, over the next several decades, many more decisions like this were made throughout our country, and the Alice Piper decision was cited in many of those court cases. It should be a source of pride for our community that right here in Inyo County, particularly in Big Pine, our students won the right to have a free and public education that we know today, an educational system that regardless of race, religion, or disability, all students have the right to attend our schools. Now, I know that our schools are not perfect, but I want you to know that in my office, educators like myself, all the great teachers across our county, all the school staffs in each and every one of our districts are committed to continuous improvement. And I believe that if we continue to engage with one another, if we continue to communicate, if we strengthen that family partnership, we can and we will reach that goal of continuous improvement and provide an educational system where all of our students feel valued and they can reach their full potential. It takes all of us in this community, and we do have a great community here. And I know that by working together, we will continue to see our educational system fulfilled here in Inyo County. So with that, I just want to say thank you for all of your support, and we hope that you and your family have a wonderful summer.
Whoa. You know, for nearly 2.5 centuries, Americans have built an amazing nation. They built grand cities from coast to coast. But that's not what I'm looking for. I want to go to the little places, the small towns that dot our nation's landscape. Each and every little town is unique in its own way, be it the food, the people, the history.
We're going to wait around and see this gunfight.
Or the geography. It's a grand sight, isn't it? Every little town has a story to tell. We're here in Williams, Arizona today, a town that's just full of American pride.
We're a city that I like to call the small town with a big heart.
If there's one thing I've learned about America, Americans don't need much of an excuse for a festival. Look at the smiles on these kids' faces. You don't get that on a cell phone. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you today?
If I felt any better, I'd have to open a branch office. What a great event this is.
You travel the back roads of America, you never know what you're going to run into. There's Dusty. How long you been doing this?
Oh, about 14 years now.
14 years. So you started when you were 12?
You know, if you get off the interstate and get on some of these smaller roads in one of these smaller towns, you're going to find some amazing places to visit. And I promise you, it ain't Walmart. And there's just a little bit of everything here. How in the world you put this stuff in a blender and it all came together and bounced out?
Yeah, pretty much.
The first thing I noticed was a flag. Man, this is amazing. Tell me about this contrivance.
So jump up on this wagon seat. Let's go find those stories. Welcome to Dr. Sam's America. Step up.
Welcome, I'm Chris Langley, and today we're going to look at various art experiences that are available in Inyo County. And to help us with that, I have Naomi Hart Johnson from the C5 and probably other things as well. And she's going to talk about some of the activities, events, and experiences that are available here, which is quite a bit.
Always a lot going on.
Yeah. Why don't we start with the new exhibit that's just opened, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Horses and Humans.
Yeah, it's called Horse and Human, and it's a group show at C5 Studios, which for anyone who hasn't visited us before, we're at 210 South Warren Street in Bishop. And the show opened last week. It's a small group show, and the point of the show was really to explore the unique relationship between horses and humans, and how humans for, time, as long as we can remember, horses have been used as tools or to help with transport, to help with, hunting, to help in battle. But there's also a deep emotional connection often between humans who spend time with horses and those horses. So
Definitely.
we invited submissions of artwork on that theme, and we have a beautiful collection of artwork in our gallery that gives a little glimpse into these special relationships between humans and horses.
The paintings are amazing. They weren't all hanged yet when I was in there, but you could see them all.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed by a lot of power in the horses and movement and on the riders as well. So it's really worth stopping in to see.
Absolutely, and we're fortunate that we have some work by some very established local artists. So Laura Talbot, who does beautiful work. She paints and she also draws with oil pastels. And I think animals are one of her favorite subject matters. So she was able to contribute some horses. We also have some large scale drawings by Angeli Deb, who's a fabulous local artist. We also have a very big piece by Dorcas Bircham, who is no longer with us. She's an ancestor now, but she was actually the original founder of Inyo Council for the Arts. And she's my co-executive director, Erin's grandmother.
Yeah.
So we've got a really personal,
She
you
was
remember
wonderful,
Dorcas?
full of energy, and
Oh yeah,
you guys are carrying on her work for sure.
I hope so. She
It's a
definitely.
huge painting, and so powerful. It's really amazing.
Yeah, so that's been it was a lovely opening. There were a lot of folks there, and we're really pleased to be sharing our space with some beautiful animals for 6 weeks or so, which is how long our shows run for.
Yeah.
Before it's time to change them out for something else.
Right. And then the murals, which are fabulous also, outside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so we were very fortunate when we decided to post up in the old J.C. Penney's building at 210 South Warren Street in Bishop, that we have this really big wall, a 70-foot long wall on the outside of our building that faces the parking lot, and it's visible from Line Street. And since we started, doing what we do at C5, we've looked at that wall and said, that deserves a mural, that needs some public art on it. So about a year ago, we applied for a grant from an organization based in Kern, who were dispersing funds from the California Arts Council for various projects. And we said, we'd like to create a piece of public art that kind of catalyzes a new wave, or hopefully catalyzes a new wave of public art that maybe starts the ball rolling, that more folk want bright and vibrant and exciting things on their walls. And really the main focus of the mural that we created was, it's called the Connected Community Mural. And the point of it was to really invite voices and perspectives and artwork from a lot of different communities and individuals to bring together lots of diverse kind of versions of what it is to be somebody who lives in this valley. So the wall has over 20 artworks on it, and the number of artists involved.
Very colorful and very
really
accessible.
Yeah. And it was meant to come together almost like a patchwork quilt. So all of the pieces are completely stand alone, but they come together just to be this beautiful kind of tapestry of perspectives about what it is to live in this valley. There were also a couple of youth groups who worked on panels or pieces for that mural. So I think in total we have almost 50 artists that worked on that wall.
I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah, it was a big project, and it kind of evolved over the last year, and then we had our launch on May the 18th, and now it's just available, now it's there for everybody to see.
Are you thinking of any other murals for Bishop, or you could always do Lone Pine,
Absolutely. Well, we definitely have we're keeping our eyes open into lots of other spaces in the valley beyond Bishop, for sure. We have also just been involved in facilitating a mural on the PD building, on Bishop PD's wall.
Oh,
it was a replacement for a mural that was there previously that was really deteriorating. And it needed some love, and it needed something new on it. So we facilitated the creation of that. And what's nice is the two murals can kind of see each other. So it feels like we're starting to create this little kind of dialogue between different pieces of public
within
art.
a community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And on Warren Street, we're really working to develop what we hope will become known as Bishop Arts District. So having a bit of public art around there is really a wonderful thing. And we've had such an outpouring of support from the community. Lots of people really excited just to see some new public art. And the cool thing about public art is it's meant to be outside. You don't have to ask anyone's permission to see it. You don't have to feel welcome within a particular space. It's for everybody. And I think it's really important that we continue to create more public art around town. It brightens up areas, but also, art always has a message, and these messages are important. So, yeah.
And then the storefront project. I've had one of them, the one at the Job Spot, described to me by Eva Poole.
By Eva Poole Gilson, yeah. So the Art in Storefronts project is something that we hope will be an annual project. I don't think it happened last year. I think it was the year before, although I could be wrong there. But it's a project that's funded by the City of Bishop, where we make use of empty or vacant or neglected storefronts, mostly along Main Street, and their storefronts become installation spaces for local artists. So we do a call for participation from local stores, and it can be a space that is vacant, or it can be a space where maybe a store doesn't really use their front window, as such. So we had a team of artists go in and create art installations that were specially created for those spaces. And now we have basically kind of a little artist tour, like an art walk.
That was going to be my next question. So
if you swing by C5, you can pick up a brochure that has a little map and a trail, and you can go one by one.
I'll have to do that.
The trail probably takes maybe about 20 to 30 minutes, unless you want to spend longer with the artwork, which would be completely understandable. But yeah, we want that to be something that it'll be up for, we think, for sure for 3 months, but maybe extended longer. But yeah, you can come and pick up a brochure and take a wander around all these different spaces and see the artwork that's been created.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Finally, we have a July training for kids, summer programs. So why don't we just quickly go through those and then how they would sign up.
Yeah, so what we do at C5 in terms of programming for the kids kind of tracks with the school year. So we have an after-school program that's about to finish up, and then in the summer, mostly in July, we have 4 different summer programs for kids of a variety of different ages. And as a mum myself, I know that it can get a little tricky to find something for the kiddos to do in the summer that's going to keep them engaged. But we were also reluctant to try to do long days with young kids because, you know, the summer's also a time for them to, it gets hot, but also sometimes, you know, the summer's a time for them to rest a little bit more and play a little bit more and have a bit more, you know, freedom and lack of structure. So our summer camps tend to be a morning. So we have a forest crafting camp, which is outdoors at the city park. And that's a really fun one for those kiddos who, you know, want to rampage around and adventure in the outdoors. And we'll be doing crafting and some arts and some movement and all kinds of things, a little bit of storytelling, maybe some kind of outdoor theater type work.
Fun.
And then, so that's the week, I believe, beginning the 16th of July. And then the following week, or actually the same week, we have a teen arts camp. So that's for those the older youth who maybe really want to deepen their connection with art. Maybe they don't spend as much time on art in school as they'd like to, and they want to just do that with a bit more freedom. So that's happening as well. And then the following 2 weeks after that, we have a summer art camp all about mixed media. So kids are going to get to play with lots of different techniques, but mostly 2-dimensional. And the following week is the 3D making workshop or art program where they get to do all 3D stuff. So clay and construction and assemblage. That one will be really fun for the kids who think in 3 dimensions when they want to create. And that's not always something that's available to do in school classrooms.
How do you get your student involved in it? What do you have to do?
So if you go to our website, you can, if you have PayPal, you can sign up for any of the programs right there and then. If anyone doesn't have PayPal, you can give us a call and reserve a place and come in and pay in person. And just like all the programming that C5 does, we have a sliding scale in terms of payment. So you get to choose the cost that best suits, you know, your family's needs. Yeah,
wow,
it's really easy.
Exciting.
Yeah, and we're excited. We've got a few kids signed up for each of them so far, but there's definitely plenty of room for more.
How many would you limit it to, do you think?
We tend to limit to about 12.
Okay.
That feels like
makes sense.
we can really be hands-on individually with each of those kids without it getting too big. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you
And
for
I'm
having me.
sort of hoping that we can continue once a month or however often is required to talk about C5 because you guys are so busy with so many interesting things.
Yeah.
And this is one way to spread the news.
Absolutely. We would love that. We would love to come in and a bit more often and tell you what we're up to and let you know how to get involved and what's available for everybody.
Okay. I'm Chris Langley. Thank you for watching. And our guest today has been Naomi Hart Johnson. And you can tell that just by listening to her what a great person she is and what a ambassador for art in our community and for our kids and for our adults, everybody.
Well, we're glad to be there. We're honored to be doing this work in this community. So when we, hope to meet more.
Thank you.
More folks. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Dot. Oh, hey, let's talk about Fred's Friday fish finds. Well, we're setting a record so far. I keep hitting it just right. Last week, I recommended Hot Creek, and guess what? It was right. It was good. It's still nymphing good. We're starting to see a little bit of dry flies in there. But this week, I'm going to recommend Bishop Creek because it's starting to pop as a dry dropper. Get in there. It's still a little cold. Probably wouldn't recommend wet wading in there yet, but it's producing brown trout and my ever favorite little brookies. Because I catch lots of browns, it's fun to catch something else. This has been Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Dot Fly Fishing.
Mondays, am I right? Well, they're about to get a lot better because the Garfield movie is out. Get your tickets, right? Meow.
You will not be disappointed.
Right, Odie?
The Garfield movie, now playing. Rated PG. On June 7th,
We're not losing today.
the summer begins
I got this! No!
with Bad Boys.
What are you doing? Mike, I got this! I got this, Mike. What you don't do? That gator racist!
Bad Boys, rated R.
Enjoyed the drone shots.
What do you think about Bill's ring?
Which one wins?
They all do. They all great. All the girls. If you're the best road.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for that.